Tonight's celebrity guest is just making a last-minute call to his accountant in Zurich. While he does that, let's find out what he'll be playing.
For my second challenge, I've picked a game that runs circles around the opposition and leaves other footballing games on the bench. Super Sidekicks 2 on the Neo Geo. The contrasting styles of Brazil and England will come together today, and I'll be looking for players to make the most of the variety of moves they have available to them. Most importantly, strikers must use their special chance option, which, if activated, gives goal-hungry players a pot shot on goal. Right, lads, let's give it 110%, or the dog gets it.
Because it's the first show in the series, we're in an extra special guest-type situation. Please welcome the star of My Blue Heaven, Gag Tag, Do the Right Thing, and Fantasy Football. All these shows and not one DAS commercial inside. Frank Skinner! Frank.
Dominic!
Now,
What
Frank,
a joy.
I was just...
Of course, that's sort of a gothic tiz was, isn't it? I love it.
Listen, Frank, I was mentioning all the shows that you're doing. Possibly the most interesting thing for me is, what was it like to work with the legend that is Terry Wogan?
Well, I was very excited. When I first got there, I just wanted to touch the hem of his garment, you know. But when I got used to it, he's in fact a very lovely man. And I think we could all learn a lot from him, Dominic, you know.
Especially about hairpieces.
Meaning what, exactly?
OK, well, you'll be playing a very lovely person tonight, Frank,
Well,
actually.
marvellous.
Please welcome Hugh Williams. OK, now, Hugh, Frank's obviously from Fantasy Football. You're playing a football game tonight. Who do you support?
Well, did support all the shot.
But they're not in the league anymore.
No, very sadly, it was an upsetting time.
They got kicked out, didn't they?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right, while I advise Frank on suitable pension plans, we'll take a quick commercial break. Welcome back. Our special guest tonight is Frank Skinner, star of every single TV show in Britain this year. He'll be playing against Hugh Williams, who hasn't starred in any TV shows this year apart from this one, but he is actually quite a nice bloke. Brad Burton from Amiga Action is in the dugout with me. Brad, give us some tips on what's the best way of scoring on Super Sidekicks 2.
I think what you've got to do here, Dominic, is you're going to have to get hold of that ball, keep hold of that ball, and whack it in the net. That's the bottom line, really, mate.
Very clever one there, Brad. OK, best of luck, Frank. Best of luck, Hugh. Let's go to kick-off. OK, so Hugh is playing Brazil, playing from right to left in the famous gold shirts. Frank is playing England, playing from left to right in the white shirts. Now, Brad, each team's got a couple of special players.
That's correct, mate. When each of the teams have an ace player, that player is your best striker. He gets within the scoring distance, he's going to whack it in there, and he's going to score. Chance, here we go. What he's got to do is...
Oh, it's in! It's 1-0 to Brazil already!
Who's got the advantage here, Dom?
When you get in certain positions, the chance box pops up. You've got to position the cursor where you think he's going to score.
This is it. Frankie's going to have to get his act together, pull his socks up, and get it on. He's not as good at playing football as he is telling jokes to the guy, but pull his socks up, like I say, and get
Another chance for Frank.
Check it in. That's the equaliser.
And Hugh's keeper stands still. I think the keepers aren't taking enough of that up your guts thing, I think. So it's England 1, Brazil 1. Okay, Brazil to kick off.
What about kick it off, like?
Okay, Brazil now. That'll chip forward to the wing. Chips it up. Oh, that's the ace player now. He's got a chance to get
in the corner. Boom!
Yes! And again, Frank's keeper with leg football boots, which means it's Brazil 2, England 1. Okay, here we go for the start of the second half. England on the attack, making their way forward. That's Hugh going up the pitch now. Frank moves off.
Let's get some dirty tackles in there, fellas. Come on, Frankie.
England on the attack. He's got a chance.
In the corner. Boom!
Sign of movement from those goalkeepers.
And he's just slacking all the opponents out here. Boom.
Okay, here goes Brazil. It's a break down the wing.
Look out. And there you go. You
just outside the box there. He's got to shoot, think he shoots. And the referee blows for the final whistle, which means at the end of normal time, it's England 2, Brazil 2. So with the score tied at 2-2 after normal time, we go into sudden death penalties. Whoever misses the first one loses. Let's start the penalties.
There's two other crowd behind.
We'll go for the first penalty now. What would you recommend here? Oh, it's a save! It's the first save the keeper has made in this whole match, which means Frank Skinner's England misses their first penalty. It means if Hugh's Brazil gets this in,
There we go.
Then Brazil have won.
Top left is goal.
Brilliant diving save. He went for the bottom corner. I thought that was going to go in, Brad.
Guy was gutted.
Okay, here we go. Frank's second penalty.
Good work, Dom. Which way, mate? Which way to go in here?
He's going right for the keeper again, right for the middle. So England missed two. Now will Brazil put the second chance away? They did it in the World Cup final. Will they do it here? Oh, he saved
What a goalkeeper!
And now at last the keepers are playing, Brad.
Let's go for it, fellas.
Okay, here we go. Frank's third penalty.
Different tactics, I think, Ian.
We've already had Stuart Pearce and Chris Waddle. Which means that Hugh needs to score with this penalty, otherwise Frank has won. It's very tense here.
The golden joystick depends on this.
Still nothing can split these two. We got England's fourth penalty.
Get those gloves on.
Goalkeeper spreading himself. Oh, it's a save! Keeper!
These guys are
Now,
good.
once more, if Hugh Williams Brazil scores this, they have won. It's very tense here. They line up. Yes! Hugh Williams Brazil wins the challenge!
Frank Skinner, eat that words.
Oh, what a sickness. Oh.
Well done, Frank.
Oh. Okay.
Right, now, Hugh, it was very tense at the end there, penalty shootout. What was going through your mind, that final penalty?
I was worried about Frank all the way along, but I knew with his comedy routine and everything else, it was just quick speed that he was relying on, and I was relying on the skill.
Score one a day. Frank?
Well, one of the problems I had was that I didn't realise that we weren't going to change ends at half-time. So I spent the first half of the second half attacking my own goal, right, which was a bit of a mistake.
And now tell us about the tour you've got coming up, Frank.
I start in Guildford on October the 1st, and I do 56 dates in 2 months. So
Is that the biggest tour ever?
I think it's the biggest tour ever in the world by anybody.
All right, best of luck with that, Frank.
Cheers.
But the golden joystick goes to Hugh Williams. So, I'd like to have another round of applause for today's special